Murray as the Cardinals host the Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks terrible secondary. Now, if you've seen it, normally quarterbacks against the Seahawks have been putting up some pretty damn good numbers. So, and we can kind of just look at that via our matchup tool, which you guys can find on the website completely free as well. And the cool thing about this is, if you scroll to the bottom, you can make it as big as it is. And what I've done is I moved it over to OneDrive, and you guys can sort. You guys can put in other, so you can have other columns. You can enter a column. I'm pretty sure you can enter a column. You can edit the data, but it won't save. So you could do that and then copy paste for yourself. But it's another way and another tool for you guys. So just kind of looking, the Seahawks give up the second most amount of fantasy points to the quarterback position. They're giving up about 25.44 fantasy points. Murray can do it with his legs. He can do it in the air as well. I absolutely love Kyler Murray this week as our number one quarterback. He's played all 6 games, 135 completions, 205 attempts, 65.9 completion percentage, almost 1,500 yards, 10 touchdowns, does have 6 interceptions. But guys, he has 478 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns, rushing touchdowns. So he has a total of 14 touchdowns, which I absolutely love here. So looking at that, moving on down. Now, depending on when you watch this video, this could change. So, and by that I mean the over/unders, team total, spread, and everything. So this video is being filmed on Wednesday. Depending on when you watch this, these numbers might have changed a little bit, but I absolutely love Murray here with an over/under 56.5, huge over/under. Team total of 26.5 out of the Arizona Cardinals. The spread is only 3.5, so Vegas, as of right now, thinks this game's going to be close. 161 money line and fantasy points per game rank. Their defense is 31. So, like I said, the second worst defense, and I absolutely love Kyler Murray here. Number 2 quarterback this week, I love Russell Wilson. Same thing, same game, 56.5 over/under, a 30 team total. So they're thinking it's going to be a shootout there, and we're going to take advantage of that right now. So the Seahawks are looking to have the edge at -3.5. This honestly wouldn't be surprised if this towards Sunday morning comes down to like 1 or 1.5. So I think this game's going to be a shootout. It's early in the day too. It's not the Monday night game. It's not the Sunday night primetime game. So as of right now, I love these as our number 1 and 2. Number 3 is Mahomes. He is going up against Denver in Denver, so I'm a little bit concerned about that. But for the most part, as you guys know, he's matchup proof. And he came out. He didn't have his best stuff on Monday, but it was raining. It was pouring pretty hard. And usually when it's pouring pretty hard, they're not going to throw it as much. So weather aside, in Denver, it's a little bit lower over/under there. Team total of 28.5, but they are expected to be up 9. So I do like this one. Denver especially, 23 fantasy points per game rank. I do know Cam Newton was held in check on Sunday, but Mahomes is better than Cam Newton. So I do have Mahomes at number 3. Number 4, Desean Watson against Green Bay. We saw what Tom Brady was able to do. I'm not saying Desean Watson is Tom Brady, obviously, but Green Bay ranks 10th fantasy points per game. Over/under as of right now is 56. And Watson and the Texans are a 3.5 point underdogs, meaning if they're playing from behind, he's going to have to sling the ball out there. So if you are stacking, I love a game stack here. So if you're looking at this, I'm definitely looking at stacking Deshaun Watson, stacking at probably with Will Fuller, maybe Brandon Cooks. Run it back on the flip side with Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones, just depending on what you want to do. So I'll have a video later on this week of stacks and stacking. A lot of this information is on our website, but we'll go through some other stuff as well. So number 5 is Josh Allen. So here's the thing. I'm not going to go through every single stat for every single player because in that case, it'll be massive video and you guys might get bored. But what you can do is click the link down below. It will take you right to this article and you can take it. And like I said, you can get into that spreadsheet. You can mix and match with your own stuff and you can, sorry, there's a motion at my front door. Probably my wife ordering another package. But that being said, if you go click that, we have all 28, as of right now, all 28 quarterbacks on there. Now, we haven't had any COVID mess so far. I'm not expecting it, but you never know. Moving forward, that could change, so definitely mix and match there. All the quarterbacks are not guaranteed, such as Sam Darnold, but he was practicing limited on Wednesday, so we'll see from there. So, number 5, Josh Allen against the Jets. The Jets are bad. They are bad. They made Ryan Fitzpatrick look like Tom Brady, and then, of course, the Dolphins dolphined, and they benched him. Stupid, but yeah. So, looking at that, I've got Josh Allen at 5. I got Aaron Rodgers against Houston at 6. Tom Brady against the Raiders for Sunday Night Football at 7. Number 8, Cam Newton versus San Francisco. I'm a little bit up in the air with this right now. We know what Cam Newton can do. If everyone's healthy and he's running the ball, he's fantastic. But San Francisco they rank 14th against the quarterback, so right in the middle, almost the middle of the pack. So something to look at. Number 9 is Ryan Tannehill. We know what he just did to the Bills. We know he's been dominating. He's got a tough task against Pittsburgh. Their defense is no joke. They stopped Saquon Barkley. I think he had like 14 attempts for 6 yards or something like that on the ground. So that might take the ball out of the hands of Derrick Henry, but Derrick Henry's 400 pounds of pure muscle, 0% body fat, and can run 90 yards at 100 miles an hour. So that opens up to Tannehill a little bit. So that is something there. The thing is that I love about Tannehill, he's got like 5 wide receivers that he can throw to at any time. He has 2 tight ends as well. So, I mean, he has a massive amount of targets that he can throw to. He can run a little bit as well, and he can dump it off to Derrick Henry. So, I mean, he has a lot of options. He's creeping up past Cam Newton. We'll see. These rankings will be updated Sunday morning, a few hours before kickoff. So that is something to pay attention to. The thing I love is there's no stupid England game this year. So we don't have to worry about the 9 a.m. start time or the 6 a.m. or wherever you live. So these will be updated in the morning on Sunday if anything needs to be updated. So that being said, let's get into number 10, Ben Roethlisberger. I love him. Tennessee ranks 26th against them. They were able to hold down the Bills, but Ben Roethlisberger has options. Deontay Johnson sounds like he might be back this week, so he has more options to throw there. He's got wide receivers and running backs, and a couple of tight ends he can throw out there as well. So you're not going to expect Roethlisberger to run much, but he's got the targets and the weapons there that he can throw to. Number 11 is Matt Ryan going up against the 22nd ranked defense in Detroit. Matt Ryan threw for a ton of yards last week. We were in on the Julio train. He did not disappoint. When Matt Ryan is on, he is on. If they're playing from behind, he's going to be throwing the ball as well. We know their defense has been very spotty at best the whole season. But they got their first dub. They did pretty well on Sunday. Julio on Wednesday apparently missed practice, but he should be good to go. I've heard rumblings that he may be traded. I don't see that, but anything can happen. So looking at that, I do have Matt Ryan at number 11. Number 12 is Gardner Minshew. He could be benched. This is one I'm probably just avoiding altogether. I know the Chargers are ranked 30th against the quarterback, but Minshew has struggled along with Jacksonville. There are rumblings that if he does bad, he could get benched. So I'm staying away from Minshew. Minshew mania is not a thing anymore. Hate to say that he was a one-hit wonder, but I mean he did good last year, and he's back to being who everyone knew him as of last year before the season started. They didn't know of him unless you're a Jacksonville fan, I suppose. Number 13, Justin Herbert against Jacksonville. I like it here. Coming off the bye, should be rested, should be ready to go. Is the starter moving forward. Number 14, Stafford against Atlanta. Again, 56.5 over under. Atlanta's the worst team against the quarterback. If you take a quarterback against Atlanta's secondary, it's normally a career day. Now we saw that last week where Kirk Cousins, first I think at halftime he had minus. Well, in my year-long league, he had minus .10. He didn't even have a point. He had a tenth of a point, and it was minus. Then we know he came back and dominated. I mean, they lost, but he still got me 31 plus fantasy points. He came back. Now, Stafford most likely will move up the list here. I'm not going to be surprised if Stafford makes it in the top 10, if not top 8. I am waiting to see how this line moves. It's as of right now, Stafford is a 3-point underdog, meaning he's going to throw it a ton. So I'm just kind of seeing how the line moves there. Number 15 is Carson Wentz against the Giants. The problem is it's Thursday night, so season long you can use it. DFS, probably looking elsewhere. Deshaun Jackson should be in the game, or he's probable. Alshon Jeffrey, Ertz, Goddard, they're not in. Miles Sanders is out as well, so they're beat up. I don't know if I trust Wentz enough. Number 16, Drew Brees against Carolina. Number 17, Andy Dalton. That's the thing. Like, Washington ranks 23rd against the quarterback. I'm scared with that. So I don't know if I'm going to be using that at all. Because we saw what Andy Dalton was not able to do. That was complete a pass or look like a viable starting option on Monday. So I'm definitely kind of on the fence about Dalton. I could see him falling down my rankings as the day goes on, or the week. Number 18, Jared Goff against the Bears. The Bears are the number 1 defense against quarterbacks. I'm iffy on him as well because they've been liking to run the ball, but Chicago's defense is stout. Number 19, Joe Burrow against Cleveland. Number 20, Teddy Bridgewater at New Orleans. Number 21, Jimmy Garoppolo against the New England Patriots. 22 is Daniel Jones versus the Phillies. 23, Derek Carr versus Tampa Bay. High over-under there. As of right now, it's a 2.5-point underdog for Carr, so this game could stay close. We could be looking at a shootout there. We could be looking at Carr going under-owned, especially in DFS. Number 24 is Baker Mayfield. He's got a rib injury. I'm probably avoiding him because he had it before, didn't practice, came in the game, got hurt, left. Could be a repeat process if they don't give him time. Number 25 is Nick Foles versus the Rams. The Rams ranked 12th against the quarterback. Number 26, Kyle Allen. Still surprised he's starting, but there we are against Dallas. He could have a career day against Dallas because their defense couldn't stop anyone the other night. Number 27 is Drew Lock against Kansas City. It's a lower over-under right now. Kansas City does currently rank 10th against the quarterback, but this is being played in Denver with the altitude. He could be an under-owned spot there. And Sam Darnold, I don't trust Sam. I don't trust him at all. I don't even know if he's starting yet. Could be him or Flacco, and I absolutely love the Bills' defense this week. So I am not even touching the Jets, not touching their offense or defense this week. So there you go, guys. There are the quarterbacks 1 through 28. Again, these could change by the time you watch this. So check the website. Go to fantasyteamadvisor.com, click the NFL tab, or right down below you can find this article. Now with that, this is a live document. So anytime I edit it on OneDrive, you refresh the page, the stats will change. That's what I like differently than what I was doing before with just the screenshots. You couldn't check the difference. Here, it's a live document. When I change it, you can check it out. You can go ahead and sort the columns by over-unders. You can sort it by team total, spread, money line, fantasy points per game rank, stuff like that. And you can go from there. You can check it out. All you have to do is come down here, click that, make it the big one here. Go to quarterbacks. Actually, this is our matchup tool. But click this, it'll open up, and then you can sort it there. None of your information will save, but I do believe you can download it, and then you can go ahead and mess with some numbers, change it yourself, put in, maybe you have projections you have built out, they can all be put in here as well. So thank you guys for checking this out. If you want to check out the article in its entirety, click the link down below. That'll be very helpful. And be on the lookout for our running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, and defense videos coming out shortly as well. So what I've got, guys, good luck this week. And as always, bring them that bacon. Peace.